There's a cool trend happening lately. People are embracing old tech. It's hard to really call it nostalgia. Sure, people can be nostalgic for a time when they themselves didn't even exist yet. What I really think is happening is there's a resurgence of old tech because people realize that modern tech is indeed powerful, but it's opaque. Retro tech is weaker but legible. A CRT TV, a cassette deck, a mechanical keyboard, a ThinkPad from 2005. These things show you how they work. You can trace signals, you can open them, you can understand failure modes. People are discovering that understanding something feels better than merely using something. That's not nostalgia, that's epistemic hunger. Moreover, people are tired. Actually, fatigued is more apt to describe the feeling. We live in a world with forced updates, cloud lock-in, subscription for basic tools, hardware that can't be repaired, interfaces that change every 6 months. Though, to the last point, it could be argued that with each new model, especially with smartphones, the latest model is just the previous model with marginally better specs. And in some cases, the specs are exaggerated or even allegedly faked. We've got abstraction overload. Are we better or worse than previous generations that didn't have access to all the sources of information and distractions we do now? What will future generations be accustomed to? It's probably why I'm partially obsessed with Obsidian rather than Notion, or why I'm using the terminal more. I crave tactile experience and suspect that others do too, based on the rather niche use of macro pads and rotary encoders. Another niche is the self-hosting crowd. Physical media use is on the rise. A companion video or blog could be made regarding romanticizing the process of using retro tech. In the audio engineering world, there's a term called signal-to-noise ratio. You generally want more signal than noise, unless lo-fi, distortion, or noise rock is the goal. Of course, using older tech, you'll likely get these artifacts, but it's more of a conscious choice to strip out the signal. Perhaps if one were so inclined, they might think that all the signals we interact with on a daily basis are noise in of themselves. All the distant updates, messages, doom scrolls, bombardment of ads, cookies. Being offline almost feels zen-like to me. A cyberdeck says, I value autonomy. A cassette recorder says, I value intention. A beige box PC says, I don't need the latest to do real work. This mirrors punk, zines, analog photography, and DIY music scenes. The tech is a cultural artifact, not just a tool. And I love tech. I love the idea of AI, but it doesn't really need to be in everything I use. I think that for me, I'm tired of the subscription models. I want to buy something and own it. I don't feel a connection to the app that can equalize my songs automatically and cost $9.99 a month. I want to manually adjust those settings. And trust me, I'm a huge proponent of automating things when it makes sense. I'm not completely going monk mode and swearing off new tech though. I just want to get back into the old school tech, especially being a late Gen Xer. I miss the days of no smartphones or even cell phones at times. I miss having to go to the library to look something up and keeping a notebook of ideas for the next time I could. I miss not having IMDb to tell me who, hey, it's that guy is, and what movie I saw him in last, rather than thinking about it endlessly until I could remember. I used to have 7-inch punk records. I want to get into collecting my all-time favorite albums. Not the holy grails, as they call them in the record collecting community. I don't miss having to rewind the tape, though. I listen to the same song over and over sometimes, on demand and loop is great for that, but I think you get the gist. What are some of your favorite old tech artifacts?
I do realize the irony of using new tech to create this video.